So I'm packing up for Congregate. I'm almost ready. And look at all my book babies. I was counting it up and I was really excited to realize how many books I actually have now. I actually have 10. There are 3 books that are only available digitally, so you'll have to look those up because I don't know how to show them to you. But this was my first one, Going Through the Change. This came out in 2015 and started this whole I'm going to be a writer thing. And it was followed up by Selfies from the End of the World, which is not just my book. This one's an anthology. And my short story in here has a mad scientist who, accidentally destroyed the world. And then there was The 7-Story House, which started out my second year as a writer in 2016. This one is put out by my critique group and has a story from each of us in there. We did it partly so we could all learn about how this is done. And then this is an anthology called Indomitable 10 that came out last March. And my piece in this book is a novella in the menopausal superhero series called Friend or Foe, which is now also available in its own collection along with some other menopausal superhero short stories. Boy, menopausal superhero short stories. Let's get Mary Poppins to say that one. And then Change of Life, book 2, that was last April. And then Sidekicks, I think this was March in 2017, starting out my 2017 publishing. This one's from the Pen and Cape Society, which is an organization for people who write superhero stories. And I have a short story in here called Underestimated, which for fans of the series, Susie is the main character in this one. You know, the collection is supposed to be sidekick stories, and I don't think Susie would like being called a sidekick, but I can see where other people might call her a sidekick. And then, ta-da, the newest book baby born earlier this week, Face the Change. This is book 3, and I'll read you a little bit of the back here. The menopausal superheroes are coming out of the closet, and the pressure is high, on the job and on the home front. Now that he knows what it's like to be a hero, Leonel Fuerte Alvarez can't imagine going back to his former life as a grandmother and a housewife. But putting his life on the line may cost him his husband even while he saves the city. And Jessica and Patricia have some interesting things going in this book too, but I'd say that Leonel is probably the guy in this book. So if you're going to be there, come and see me at Congregate. If you're not going to be there, just admire all my book babies. They're not as beautiful as my human babies or my dog baby, but hey, I made these.